Hello there, I'm Daz. In this video I'll be making a walkthrough of Dead Men's Respite. There we are on the world map. Not too far from Morthal. And I am here as part of the quest Tending the Flames in search of King Olaf's Verse on behalf of the Bard's College in Solitude. So I'll get underway now. Try to keep this as short as possible. So there we have Svaknir. We'll encounter his corpse later on, holding on to King Olaf's Verse. And at this point, in this entrance chamber, we have the choice of picking up the Ruby Dragon Claw. I would suggest, if you want to avoid combat, not to pick up the claw just yet, because we have some sleeping Draugr that are quite easy to pick off. I'm actually going to skill up my sneak. Okay. Now I can grab the claw safely and carry on through the rest of the dungeon. We have a trap on the floor there which sets off those blades. So the important loot that I'm after is King Olaf's Verse, obviously, the Ruby Dragon Claw that I've already picked up, and there is also a speech skill book, the buying game, in this dungeon, and I'll make a point of collecting that. We now reach, actually I'm going to switch to the bow. We now reach the first of these pull chains. I suggest that people make a quick save right about now, actually, because it is possible to double back on yourself by mistake at various points during this next phase, and you can tie yourself into a bit of a mess actually if you start pulling these chains out of sequence. A couple of frostbite spiders. Okay, so just in here we have a chest. I'm not going to be picking all of the locks in this dungeon, but I will try and point out all of the chests as best I can. So now we have the second pull chain, and this is how things are looking on the map right now. We have a Draugr off in the distance, Nighty Night, and there's his friend coming to investigate, and you'll see the E has set off. I'll deal with this one while I'm here. Yeah, you'll see that Draugr set off this floor plate. So here is the speech skill book that I mentioned earlier. And I'll step on the plate just so you can see we have the swinging log. So on the map you should be at this point now. Another trap. I'll step on that. We have a gout of flame. More frostbite spiders. Okay, so to proceed further, we just pull this chain. I don't think there's anything important in here. No, I'll just drop down. I'll be glad to get the archery upgraded. I'm only on 50 something at the moment. So before we go charging through into this area, which I have done on a number of occasions, there is a trap trigger down here. And if we can unlock this, it makes things quite a bit easier. Okay, so now we need to get through this sealed door, which we cannot do at the moment. We need to find King Olaf's Verse first, which is off in this direction. Back to the map, just to show you where we are. And there's going to be some Draugr to deal with. So there we are, that's my ghostly assistant helping me out. Another trap on the floor. I think this is, yes, it's a frost spellcaster trap. So before we enter that area, we have an expert level lock here. This is just a small room with a locked chest inside, which I'm not going to pick. I just want to show you that there is a master level treasure chest in there. Okay, before I move on, we have a chest here which has a trap trigger attached. Once again, lots of traps in this place. Junk really in that one. Nothing in there. And nothing really in there either. So we'll hop down here, find the corpse of Svakenir and King Olaf's verse. And there is our ghost again. Body of Svakenir, a little bit of gold, and King Olaf's verse. Return to the Bard's College, which I won't be doing in this video, but I will escape this dungeon though. How did he get there so quickly? So now we have a use for our ruby dragon claw. And I can't remember what the code is. Wolf, eagle, wolf. That should be good to go. Bring up the bound bow again. So I can hopefully cut down the odds in the next room. So we're now at the throne room. There is also a word wall, one of the words for Whirlwind Sprint. And we've got some slumbering Draugr. I'm just going to reduce their number. I can't remember which ones are already dead and which ones aren't. Some of them are quite obvious. That was a dud. Life is so much easier when you know what to expect. Damn, I missed him. So, we'll finish the rest off the old-fashioned way. I'll have that, thank you very much. Right, I won't bother looting the bodies. I'm quite wealthy enough. I'll grab the Whirlwind Sprint shout. And then we can deal with old Olaf One Eye. Come on, fella. Right, he's supposed to come out on his own. So there we are. Yeah, he's supposed to rise up on his own, but I had to force him out with the Unrelenting Force shout. You can take his key, which will help us to get through this next door. So I'm not sure what went wrong, why he didn't rise up on his own, but there we are, it's not such a big issue. Ooh, lovely. Master robes. So this just leads out back to the entrance chamber. As you can see. And back out into the sunlight. So for anyone that has had the fortitude to stick with me until the end of this video, thank you very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. And hopefully it's not going to take us too long to get through this load screen. There we are. Hopefully that'll make a half decent thumbnail. Thank you very much. Bye bye.